Welcome to our guide on optimizing Kubernetes resources. In the world of ultra-scalable systems, the flexibility of Kubernetes often leads to significant financial waste. Many organizations find that their cloud bills spiral out of control because developers over-provision resources just to be safe. Statistics show that the average Kubernetes cluster has an efficiency rate of less than 30%. This means Kubecost is a premier tool designed specifically for Kubernetes cost monitoring and management. It provides a real-time view into your cluster spending, broken down by namespace, deployment, or even individual pods. Unlike standard cloud provider bills that show a lump sum for your instances, Kubecost looks inside the cluster to see exactly which application is consuming which resource. This granular visibility is the first step toward optimization. By using the Kubecost dashboard, teams can see exactly how many dollars are spent per day on specific microservices. It also integrates with external cloud billing APIs to provide an accurate, true cost that includes spot instance pricing and enterprise discounts. While Kubecost is a commercial product with an open-source core, OpenCost is the underlying open-source specification and project hosted by the CNCF. OpenCost provides a vendor-neutral standard for measuring Kubernetes cost data. It was developed to ensure that users have a consistent way to calculate costs across different cloud providers and on-premise environments. By adopting the OpenCost spec, you ensure that your cost monitoring isn't locked into a single vendor. It focuses on the OpenCost spec, which defines how to calculate CPU, memory, and storage costs based on the underlying infrastructure prices. This standardization is crucial for multi-cloud strategies, where comparing costs between AWS, GCP, and Azure must be done on an apples-to-apples basis. To optimize your cluster, you must understand the difference between requests and limits. A request is the amount of CPU or memory guaranteed to a container. The scheduler uses this to place the pod on a node. A limit is the maximum amount a container is allowed to use. Optimization happens in the resource gap, the space between what you requested and what you actually used. If your CPU request is 500 millicores, but your actual usage is only 50 millicores, you are paying for 450 millicores of idle capacity. Kubecost highlights these discrepancies, showing you exactly where you can lower your requests to fit your actual workload profiles without sacrificing performance or stability. Idle resources are the silent killers of your cloud budget. These are resources that are provisioned and paid for, but not utilized by any workload. This includes nodes that are underutilized or entirely empty, as well as orphaned volumes that are no longer attached to any pod. Kubecost helps identify these by calculating an efficiency score for your clusters. Typically, we see a 30–40% average waste in unoptimized environments. By identifying these idle nodes, you can trigger cluster autoscalers to downscale or consolidate workloads, effectively eliminating the cost of unused hardware. We also look for orphaned volumes, storage disks left behind after a pod is deleted, which can quietly add hundreds of dollars to your monthly bill. Right-sizing is the process of adjusting your pod resource requests to match their actual consumption. Kubecost integrates with Vertical Pod Autoscaler, VPA, concepts to provide recommendation API outputs. These recommendations suggest precise values for your CPU and memory requests. For example, if a service consistently uses 200 megabytes of RAM but requests 1 gigabyte, the recommendation would be to lower requests to 250 megabytes. Applying these changes across hundreds of microservices can lead to massive aggregate savings. This isn't just a one-time task. As your code changes and user traffic fluctuates, your resource needs change too. Implementing a continuous right-sizing loop ensures your cluster remains lean as your application evolves. For large enterprises, managing a single cluster is rare. Usually, there are dozens of clusters across multiple regions and cloud providers. Kubecost provides a unified dashboard that aggregates costs from AWS, GCP, and Azure. This allows you to see your total global spend in one place. One of the powerful features is the unified dashboard, which can handle currency conversion and normalize costs across different billing cycles. This view is essential for finance teams who need to understand the unit cost of their platform. For example, how much it costs to run one user session or process one transaction across your entire global infrastructure. Without this unified view, multi-cloud cost management is a manual, error-prone nightmare. Who is responsible for the bill? This is the fundamental question of cost allocation. Kubecost allows you to assign costs to specific teams, departments, or projects using Kubernetes labels and annotations. You can implement team-based showback, where teams receive a report of their monthly spending. This creates a culture of accountability. When developers see that their labeling strategies directly impact the budget visibility of their department, they are more likely to optimize their resource requests. You can also set budget alerts that trigger notifications in Slack or email when a specific team exceeds their monthly allocated spend, allowing for proactive intervention before the bill arrives. CPU and memory aren't the only costs in Kubernetes. Storage and network often represent a huge chunk of the bill. PV/PVC costs can accumulate quickly if you use high-performance SSDs for workloads that don't need them. Even more significant is inter-zone egress, the cost of data moving between different availability zones. Kubecost tracks these network flows and can identify high-cost paths. For instance, if two services communicate heavily and are in different zones, moving them to the same zone can eliminate egress fees entirely. We also look at snapshots and backup storage, ensuring you aren't paying for years of old data that is no longer required for recovery objectives. Optimization is not a one-time project. It is a continuous process. By integrating Kubecost or OpenCost into your CI/CD pipelines, you can catch expensive configuration changes before they are even deployed. The final goal is to achieve a 20% plus savings potential through continuous monitoring and automated governance. This involves setting up automated policies that flag or even delete non-compliant high-cost resources. As you scale, these practices become the bedrock of a healthy, sustainable infrastructure. Remember, every dollar saved on idle resources is a dollar that can be reinvested into innovation and product development. Start your optimization journey today by installing the OpenCost Helm chart and seeing what's really happening in your clusters.